It's
Prism.
time to
Shit.
go live.
It is time to yeah.
You can do it, Timmy. I'm sorry, Timmy. I say Jimmy.
It's Jimmy. It's Jimmy. Jimmy's the one with the stutter.
You should have I almost said son. You should have a brother named Timmy.
Well, no, Timmy's the one that is mentally disabled. But yeah, Jimmy's my hero because he stutters like me for real.
Isn't he
I
the
wish I had
fast travel?
Yes, he is. He is crippled, or
Yeah.
his legs are fucked up. I don't know what genetic condition that is. And he has a stutter.
It could be plenty of things.
Yeah.
I've known
So
some
the
people
difference
with a
between
similar...
me and Jimmy is the fact that he gets bitches.
Jimmy gets bitches?
Yeah, he does.
Really?
In the show and in the game, he's basically just the bard. I mean, even okay. So in the Stick of Truth, I believe he was the bard. Yeah, because he was the one who plays the brown note later on. So yeah, canonically, I don't know if I should say that because he's a child. Technically.
I mean, I'm pretty sure one of the levels in both of those games is a strip club.
Yeah. Well, okay, yeah. Right?
Yeah. Doesn't...
I know in the Fractured Butthole you're going there, but you have to escape, what was her name? Something Butte, but I can't remember the first of it.
I think his superpower, though, is the Flash's super speed.
Yeah, that's in the Fractured Butthole.
Yeah.
I don't know,
That one had
T-Rex,
a
how are
weird ending.
Oh, yeah. I did like the fact that they referenced the Stick of Truth, and they're like, this is what was being planned from the very beginning. Huh, and that's why Cartman left you all those fucking times.
Because it was working on superheroes?
Yep.
Why am I dancing around the starting area, picking up early TMs? I don't know.
Oh,
my
damn it, am I
God.
stuck in top chat again?
Trevor can swim.
Oh, I'm not. I'm on live chat. What are you talking about, Magus? Frog.
Never seen Trevor swim. This is amazing. Please kill this Psyduck for fun.
I cast iron. Boom.
Indeed.
It was a frying pan.
Casting Iron is my favorite spell. Aside from Sparky Sparky Boom. Did you know that Dottie learned how to combustion bend?
She knows how to use a gun, you mean?
No. She fucking went to the Avatar world, got that fancy fucking tattoo, covered it up with makeup, and now she can shoot pressure waves out of her face that explodify things. Get
So
some
she can
rest,
projectile
Sammy.
vomit is what you're telling me.
Yes, she can projectile vomit, and her vomit explodifies things.
So she projectile vomits alcohol, and also has a very minute and rare case of
Explosions.
yes, spontaneous combustion is the
And also,
correct.
jokes aside, with all the alcohol that Dottie drinks, do you really think that any fluid in her body isn't alcohol?
I mean, there's stuff that isn't.
Yeah, but her blood alcohol level is just pure absinthe.
Well, yeah, but you said any liquid. I'm pretty sure her eyes can't be covered in alcohol without them changing colors. Used
They
to it
are
or
yellow.
not. Okay, yeah, but that's not what alcohol does. Alcohol fucks them up. Because alcohol is anti-liquid. Or isn't it anti-water?
No, you
Or
can
does
water
it mix
down
in with...
alcohol.
Oh, I'm thinking of that other substance. What was it? No, not oil. What the fuck was it called?
Meowdy minnow. Hello, Kitsune. Also, I'm so sorry, T-Rex. Hello.
Was it methanol?
Oh, the spider?
One of
Pichu?
those.
That's just a drawing that Froth made.
Yeah, just like Athena.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in the same spot
Mm-hmm.
as Athena.
Welcome to the underworld. Come on, pick a side.
Okay, but to be fair, that is like the most name that we can see out of it to distinguish you from any other person who might come in with a similar name.
Yeah.
For example, we don't call Minnow Live, "Hey Live."
Yeah.
We
or
don't say
don't
"Hello
call-
Rodriguez." We don't say "Hello Neko." We don't say "Master."
Exactly.
We're sure for shit sure not saying that one.
Yeah, no. I ain't nobody's... Nobody ain't my master.
Yes, the term is "I ain't nobody's bitch."
Correct.
That's what we see. Well, yeah, that's what we say in this dimension. I know the phrase is a little different in yours.
It's true. Everything's a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
I met
I would be
Goku in my
considered
dimension
normal
once.
I would be considered normal in his dimension,
Yeah.
which is scary.
Yeah, you would die if you ever saw the kind of crap I've seen in my world.
Hey, we got instant transmission from Magus's universe, and as it turns out, Magus is a brother to someone.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, I have a sister. Didn't know that that
Yep.
existed.
Yeah, isn't her name like Magia?
Something like that.
So, yeah, now we got Magus and Magusa.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet, honestly.
She does
Wish
have
I had
geese for hair, which is terrifying.
I mean, to be fair, you got tentacles for hips, so.
That is true. I do have tentacles for hips. But do my hips lie?
I don't know, man, but they grab onto everything they touch. People just can't keep their hands off them. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm not called the grip up because I do the gripping. It's because everyone else is gripping me.
Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm not laughing. You're laughing.
In the area 0 we go!
Anyhow. That was a good laugh. I needed that.
Wow, it dropped us somewhere else entirely. Rude.
Holy shit, that was the cleanest pop I've ever gotten off a Coca-Cola bottle.
Nice.
Let's go. I popped it so clean that I just flew off, and the carbonation took a second before it came into being.
That's kind of
It hadn't oxygenated fast enough.
Normal is boring. I like being insane. Kitsune, I agree. Well, that's amazing, Kitsune, and I also like not being normal.
There is some peace knowing that there are other people who are like me out there. I'm just saying, so I know that at some point there is a very good chance that somebody could love me. Or something, I don't know.
It's a Magus mite. Look!
What's a Magus mite?
Or a Magus zone. Look at it.
Oh! A Magnus zone. Yeah, your
It's
uncle.
a joke.
Well, no, it's based off of your uncle, Magnus.
That's true. Ooh, I'm sorry, Spammy. Anytime you have to deal with the unfortunate side effects of your cruise.
Okay, Spammy, I'm gonna give you a real good piece of advice. It's better that you knew than than being strung along only to find out that she had a boyfriend later on.
That is very true.
Well, yeah, that's why she has a boyfriend. And that's not saying anything about you, by the way. That's just saying if they're a real chill girl, there's gonna be other people.
Clearly it means you have good taste.
Yeah. You have good taste. She's a quality girl. And what it means is that
It's a Garchomp and it wants to figgity fight me. I'm gonna eat it.
I don't think that's what it means, Magus, but okay.
Fuck. With a capital PH.
But yeah, don't worry about it, Spammy. Like it sucks, it really does. However, comma, what that means, it's not the time. She's older than how much older than you is she? Out of sheer curiosity. A few years. Well, that's not too bad. But yeah, if she's a few years older than you, buddy, that means that that's a few years someone's already had to befriend her.
It's true.
There is one thing I should note as well. Any person can be a real chill person if you can find that in them. Not everybody whose quality is going to be like perfectly externally quality. Sometimes you need to polish the stone so you can find the diamond.
That's true.
And that takes some time.
But
Because not... Oh, sorry, continue.
I was just gonna say, sometimes people are just a ball of turd, and no matter how much you shine it, it's not gonna change them.
That's true. So, especially you, because you're really picky about looks and personality. I would like to say that I am. I'm not entirely sure though. Mostly because the girls that I've like truly jived with, I don't know if people would consider them traditionally beautiful, but to me, when I got to know them to the level that I did, it really didn't matter. Like
It's
what
true.
other people
That's why
thought of
Froth
them.
thinks I'm just so wickedly handsome.
The fuck are you talking about? We're basically the same person, you freak.
Yeah, I'm calling you a narcissist. There is a
I fucking hate myself. What the hell do you mean?
There is a spider in the corner right above my computer.
Ooh.
I mean, like 3 feet up against the wall, but...
Are you gonna kill it, or
I
is it a
can't
teeny
reach it.
spider? Is it a teeny guy or a big guy?
Size of a nickel or a quarter.
Is it a thick spider or is it a thin spider?
I mean, it's got a body. It's not like a
Man,
daddy long
thanks,
leg.
Magus. I'm so thankful. I thought it was a bodiless spider.
Well, no. I'm saying it's not a daddy long legs. It's not all legs.
Okay.
It's pretty standard for the types of spiders I see down here in the basement of Doom. I mean my lab.
Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
The upstairs area is reception when we greet our guests. I mean, potential new
Subjects for testing,
test subjects, yes.
who may or may not be transformed into biofiends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, if a new Craig shows up, then we know it's someone who's messed up in the receiving zone.
Yes, T-Rex, it is May 1st for you, but it is not May 1st for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the one who handles all the debits and credits.
Yeah.
So you have to wait.
It's a good thing the
1
artist
hour
that
and
I
45
hired is also an accountant. I only have to pay him for one job.
Yeah.
I pay him in friendship. An undying affection.
Yes, it is May 1st tomorrow. And by tomorrow, I personally mean in an hour and 44 minutes.
Honestly, at the end of 2024, wouldn't have been surprised if God created a physical incarnation for us to comprehend and say, "Hey, you morons, it's pronounced Jod."
Well, it's not a time zone leak. Everybody knows that I'm in California.
Yeah.
Because I talk about how much I fucking hate it every day.
And everyone knows I live in the Midwest.
Yeah.
I talk all about Central Time and being surrounded by corn.
No, yeah, Minnow, we've talked about this.
We've covered that.
If memory serves, we've talked about this like 2 or 3 times now. And I think you said you're SoCal. So.
Where's the awesome Pokemon? Nimona, you are terrible at this Justice League that we're forming.
You're surrounded by corn?
Californian corn? Is that a regional form that I haven't heard about yet?
Look, man, I haven't seen that tab on Cornhub, but look, I don't know. I just guess I haven't seen it or something. I visited California once and liked it, but to be honest, I feel it's overglazed.
Penny, you didn't hack into the systems. You flipped a light switch. Dumbass.
So, Spammy, what part of California did you go to? I'm going to assume it was either Los Angeles or San Francisco, since nobody really goes to Sacramento for anything because it's not a beach town, and I doubt to God you went to Eureka or Redding. And if you went to Eureka, you were way too close to Oregon.
San Fran and Sacramento, air quote.
Why'd you air quote Sacramento?
I don't think Sacramento exists.
Well, yeah, it's certainly not spelled Sacramento. You went to Rancho Cordova. What the fuck? Why'd you go to Cordova?
California produces 13% of the nation's supply of court? There must be a lot of courtrooms.
I guess. Oh, you have relatives in Rancho Cordova? I know like 3 guys. Oh no, I know one guy who moved to Rancho Cordova a couple years back. I know a guy who moved from Rancho Cordova a couple years ago. Yeah, it's boring because it's in the middle of fuck-allsville. It was meant for the gold rush. I don't know why it still exists.
And Minnow, I know, I just like teasing you. Hello, Frog Boy. I've been expecting you. And
Kitsune lives in
you've
actual
gathered a
corn
group of
country.
formidable heroes as well. Sorry, but who the fuck are you? I'm Galarian. I'm allowed to swear, you see? It's in my contract.
We produced how many bushels of corn? What the fuck?
Jesus,
I thought we
that's a lot of
produced the
fucking
other
corn.
corn. With the amount of uptight girls in Los Angeles and San Francisco, I would have thought it was the other corn.
Yeah.
Holy shit. You're a Canuck, so the bar is...
Nimona.
No, yeah.
Student ID 805C001 and Penny. Student ID number 803B121. I thank you all for coming.
They closed the corn. Oh, did that many people die there, Kitsune?
I think we still have a corn maze near where I am.
I've never actually gone outside of the U.S. for a number of reasons. But yeah, San Fernando. Holy shit! Wait, San Fernando? San Fernando. I did not think that that's what they were doing there. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, hey Froth, you want to know something fun about the English language?
Do they? There's no way they do it at the parks. What's funny about the English language?
So we've talked about Corn Hub.
Hmm.
There's a part of corn known as smut.
Mm-hmm.
And that is hilarious.
I just have no idea where the fuck in San Fernando you'd have corn. Like, in Calabasas, I could get it. I understand that one. Thousand Oaks. I kind of... In fact, I would think more so in Thousand Oaks than
No, T-Rex,
Calabasas.
you can drink it.
But
Drink the
San
Molotov. Set
Fernando.
your own heart on fire.
oh wait, I went to San Fernando Valley. My bad. No, that is the same place. I'm just stupid.
Rogue!
Oh no, I see the area now. I see
How are
where
you
it's
doing,
possible.
Rogue?
It would be over
Do
here.
I have a minute? What do you need?
I would not have thought that they would have had this much. Oh.
Sure, I
Does
can
it
help you
include
break the
all of
tie.
that land? If it includes all of that land, then I now understand. I don't think it does, though.
Was it something? No, it's here. Okay. Assuming.
Hi, Empress. It's been a long time. Ty знаешь, я говорю по-русски. Говорю по-русски. No, didn't I say я знаю? Я знаю говорить по-русски. No, yeah, that's correct. Yeah. I could speak Russian. I know how to speak it. Part of corn called the kernel, which is pronounced like kernel, but not colonial or colonoscopy. Yeah. You're half indigeno Mesoamerican in your mythology. You say you come from corn. No, that's understandable. So, da niet in auto? No, automobile, I believe is what it would. Isn't that car? Automobile. I feel like I'm correct, but I don't. No, I'm wrong. It's not automobile. That's a collection of words that work together, but that is not what it is. It's a mashna or something like that. Something stupid. No, yeah, automobile. That should work. I'm fairly certain that works.
It should.
Mashna sounds right. Automobile sounds right as well. I'm willing to bet both, and I might be stupid. I'm gonna say both.
Blah. Flamingo.
Where was I?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Back to chat. Now the designer of the corn maze died. Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry.
Magus and cat guy. Froth is not a cat guy.
I'm not a cat. I'm a kitsune.
Yeah.
I am not kitsune, but I am a kitsune, which is the difference between
Yes.
kitsune and I is the fact that I am a
But it's-
kitsune. Kitsune
and-
is also a kitsune, but also half Neko.
Yeah. And Spammy,
Hence
I don't think
kitsune.
you would understand my ethnicity because in my dimension, ethnicities are different. Everything's kind of different.
Aren't you called a Zigglezork?
Magus is a Magus, Dottie is a Miscus. Yeah, exactly. Of course, Empress. Always happy to help.
Magus and Maggel. It's like Shy Guy and Shy Girl.
Shy guy and shy.
Yeah, Magus, Maggirl.
Mag guy and mag girl. What are my backgrounds in the human world? T-Rex, you may have one box. And if you get rid of that box, I will not be getting you another box until next week.
You know, T-Rex, before you have the box, even though it's still 1 hour and 34 minutes before I should allot you one arson, you've been good.
By the way, when you play
the
Dottie's
last
Revenge,
20
you'll
minutes?
probably have to pick the Miscus option to play as her. Oh, 100%.
Oh, it's just a last name? Oh, that's my bad. Kitsune is also a kitsune, just as I am a kitsune. The only difference is kitsune is named a kitsune. So kitsune is 100%, I will probably say kitsune, and Neko just happens to be their last name.
Yeah. That's how logic works.
Yeah. Just
I
like
mean-
my first name is Frothier, and my last name is...
It's like a lemon.
Yeah, just like a lemon.
It's the same as its name.
Just like a...
I should get an emote that's just Dottie holding a lemon. It'll be a joke that nobody gets, but...
No,
but
T-Rex, not in the lab. You know that if you're going to commit an arson, it's going to be in the testing facility so that we can do some tests. And that's what we can write it off as when there's collateral damage.
We'll find my wife. You know my wife, Gladys?
Oh yes, Magus and Gladys.
Yeah,
How could we forget us?
she loves doing science. Particularly to two small robots who continuously explode.
Which is funny, because who's the one that's blue and who's currently orange?
Yup. Weren't we playing the other way around, though?
No. I was Atlas, you were Peabody.
Peabody's the blue one?
Peabody's orange.
That's what I thought. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying.
Mhm.
I was saying I am blue, but at the moment I'm orange.
Mhm.
And then you asked if it was the other way around.
I know you like gasoline, but...
I don't know what Encampta means.
in
sadly.
love or enchanted by.
When you have multiple first names based on personality, you just get stuck with stuff sometimes. As a person who has two first names, yeah. Magus, the lab might be on fire.
Oh, it's always on fire.
Involved in making Pokemon Dottie's Revenge? Sure. I'm the person who's the closest to knowing the most about how Dottieisms work.
Mm-hmm. And maybe we can even bring over that, some Eldritch math. I would love to see a girl in a Pokemon Center or like a Pokemart talking about how she has like 40 Pokédollars and how it means she
And how
actually
she should
has
be
4
able to
million.
80 max revive. Minnow, you are more than welcome to shoot me a text about this at any time.
I love this
I will
idea.
give
It's so
you the
stupid. It's just
full
like,
Dottie
I have
knowledge.
40
Where did my phone-
Pokédollars, and that's not enough to buy a Pokeball, but that's like almost 1/4 of a Pokeball. So I
No, no,
basically
no,
have
no, 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 no,
50.
no, no, no. That's not how this works. That's not how it works. You have 45 Pokédollars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got 45 Pokédollars. That's basically 50 Pokédollars if you round up from 45. Therefore, you have 50 Pokédollars. And what is 50 Pokédollars except half of 100 Pokédollars, which is what it costs to get a Pokeball, right? Wrong. That's half of a Pokeball's cost. So, if we round up because it's at half mark,
Hmm.
it's basically the full amount of one Pokeball. And if you have one Pokeball, you know what you have? 1/10 of a Premier Ball. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
You have 1/10 of a Premier Ball as well as 1/10 of 10 Pokeballs. So basically, that's 2/10
Hmm.
of what you need, which is 1/5.
And funny enough, if you have
And
10 Pokeballs, you have 11 because of that Premier Ball.
Right. So we got to add a Pokeball. So now you got 2 Pokeballs worth of money. You got a Premier Ball's worth of money and a Pokeball's worth of money. And if you have a Premier Ball's worth of money, you know how much that is? That's, I don't know, 2,000 Pokedollars as well as 200. So now you got 2,200 Pokedollars. And let me ask you this. What is the price of a revive? A small revive? That's right. 1,200 Pokédollars, I think. 1,400?
Something
Might
like
be
that.
1,200. Might be 1,400. We're going to go with 1,200 because that's the one I think of. So, we've basically got just shy of 2 small revives. Now, we basically just have the equivalent of 2 small revives worth of Pokédollars. So that's 2,400 Pokédollars. And that's really close to 2,500 Pokédollars, which is a quarter of, a fucking 100 or 10,000 Pokédollars. All right? So we're basically already more than halfway to the 2,500. So we're basically at 2,500.
Yeah.
Which is half of 5,000 or 5,000. And that's basically half, so we can round up from there. We got 10,000 Pokédollars. I could buy whatever the fuck I want.
That plus the comedy anime style expressions that Minnow's talking about would be fantastic for Dottie's Revenge.
Look, man, if I've got 10,000 Pokédollars, right, that's 2.5 max.
That's like
Max
2 whole Magus
elixir.
coins.
No, that's 2.5 full restores. 2.5 full restores is half of 5 full restores. And 5 full restores. Everyone knows this. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, if you get
That
enough
is
full
a whopping
restores,
20 grand.
if you get enough full restores, you can just fill a Super Soaker with them and be a real champion. Because that's how it works in the old games. You don't become a champion by having strong Pokemon. You become a champion by knowing how to spam like 20 full restores in one fight. Yeah, you thought this was going to be a 6-on-6 battle? Nah, fam, it's a 12-on-6.
Excuse me.
Meanwhile,
But yeah,
Sada
that's
has
how
just...
45 Pokédollars turns into 20 grand.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Sada just wants us to proceed through the area, punching locks in the face until they open. Will I do streams for ZA? I will be playing ZA for the first time on stream. Hopefully. I'm not sure when it'll download, or or how it all is gonna work with timing and everything, but we'll see. I might have to upgrade my setup. It depends on when the Switch 2 comes out, and whether I'm able to purchase it, and whether I need to buy a new dock and or a new capture card. You're gonna screw up your bank account buying Switch 2. Yeah. Yeah.
See, here's what you need to do. Right. There are going to be a number of people who get a Switch 2 around Christmas. These people are going to have a few months before either A, their kid does some dumb shit, or B, someone tells them that they need to return it because they've spent too much money on it. If it's a parent trying to get their money back and it's been months, so the return has passed from Walmart, which is likely where they're getting it from, they're going to take it to GameStop, or they're going to take it to eBay. From there, my friends, you go and you try to get the price down. Even if it's just $25. That's $25 you got left, buddy. Ultimately, what I'm saying is the docks are unchecked. They are unguarded.
Mm-hmm. And also,
you could
don't sell back your games to GameStop. You get like 10% of what the game cost. It's better just to keep
you
it.
get like 5%.
I've
and then
sold
they upcharge
some
it by
games back when I was young, and I kind of regretted it because I got like $2 maybe. And it would have been so much better just to keep the damn games.
Let me explain to you really quick what I remember seeing as a child. So this was back in 2015, right? The Xbox One had not come out yet. I was at GameStop in my hometown, and somebody was trying to sell an Xbox 360, 2 controllers, charging cable, HDMI cable, and 6 pretty much brand new games to GameStop. The Xbox 360 was not in its original box, but it looked pretty much brand new.
Mm-hmm.
It was an Xbox 360 in about like 2014, 2015. Probably 2014, because my memory of time is typically off. So 2014, Xbox 360, pretty new. Everything's pretty new in that pack. I assume it was because somebody got upset, probably a girlfriend or a wife. And we're at this junction. They look at him dead in the eye and go, $50.
Deadass?
Deadass.
That's not even the price of a game.
Mm-mm. But, well, I mean, he also didn't buy it from GameStop because he would have given them the receipt. But no, this motherfucker took the Xbox and left. He's like, nah. And honestly, he made the right decision.
Yeah, if that whole haul was like... That whole haul alone would be several $100s. You said 6 games, right?
No. Yeah, 6 fairly new games for the time. I don't remember what they all were. Of course, back then,
like
games
a couple
were like
hundred on its
$50.
own.
6 games at $50. Yeah, we'll say is just the 300 in the Xbox 360. About that time, we could probably say 150, maybe 200.
Yeah.
So about 500, $50 bucks.
10%?
So about a 10.
Yeah.
A 10. Yeah. They will gyp you out of all of your fucking money. And then they will mark up everything as if it was brand new.
Yeah.
But they'll put it on used. Do not trust GameStop. The only reason they survived was because they were chosen when the credit stonk people wanted to fuck with the industry.
They were the chosen ones.
They were the chosen ones. They were meant to beat out Gamefly. You remember Gamefly, don't you?
Destroy the Sith, not become them.
You underestimate power.
I hate you. I think it went the wrong direction. Sold to GameStop because you had extra copies of a game. Nice. Gamefly was awesome. Could have been successful if they evolved the brand like Netflix. Yeah, I suppose so. Boy. Cool.
Oh yeah, fun fact, did you know the guy who made Lugia made them for the movie, and Lugia was supposed to be, I think it was, Lugia was supposed to be a woman the whole time?
I know that Lugia was made for the movie, but I don't recall anything specific about the characterization of the character. I just know that when Silver was announced as like a proper companion game to Gold, because I think originally there was just one Pokemon 2 Gold and Silver, or at least Silver had not chosen a game mascot yet. But apparently someone on the development team liked Lugia enough, they were like, yeah, we'll make Lugia a real thing. But that said, Lugia definitely does give mom energy, and Ho-Oh gives belligerent father energy.
The whole thing for Lugia was the person who made Lugia for the movie intentionally made them as like Mother Nature type shit.
Yeah, I could see it.
And they were upset when they gave Lugia the like non-female voice, or non-strictly female voice. And then Lugia came out as a mother in like the next movie or something.
No, there was an episode of the series where you had a mama Lugia with a baby Lugia.
Right.
Which is like the only time you saw legendaries having babies.
Yes. Lugia is legitimately the only legendary who fucks.
Manaphy.
And that's bullshit shit.
Manaphy fucks. Manaphy fucks a lot.
Manaphy's a legendary?
Yeah, he's one of the, like, the Muse. The 600 base stat total legend, like, Pixie-esque legendaries.
Hold up. Manaphy. Yeah. Oh, that's Manaphy. I thought you were talking about the elephant. Fanfy.
Oh my god, it's a Jigglypuff. I don't know why she thinks it's a Jigglypuff. Oh my gosh, so cute.
I always thought Ho-Oh and Lugia were partners
together in the ocean.
Nah, Lugia and Ho-Oh are like Dialga and Palkia. They know each other exist, but are only forced to see each other at the family junctions.
So you think Ho-Oh and Lugia are estranged siblings?
Yeah, I guess.
Who's the
Whatever,
parent?
sure.
I mean, if Rayquaza is always trying to stop Kyogre and Groudon from killing each other.
Rayquaza is the oldest triplet, and he's always watching over the other two who are dumb shits. Either that, or Rayquaza is the older sibling, and then Kyogre and Groudon are twins, because there's no way in fuck you can tell me those two aren't like siblings, because that is exactly what two siblings would do. Mom, he stole 2 inches of my water. Mom,
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
Water. He splashed my land with water and now it's growing green. I don't want it green. I want it brown and gray. Rayquaza is not a crash out. Rayquaza said, fuck all of you. I'm going where you all can't touch me.
To space.
Spice.
Space. That bitch knows rest. Alright.
Deoxys is literally just... Let's see. Rayquaza literally... No, not Rayquaza. Deoxys. Deoxys is literally somebody sneezed in space and it hit Earth.
Pretty much. They sneezed out a creepy-ass triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what I was doing in my
Who here
random
can pull off a
traipses
kill
in
in
different
COD without
dimensions.
getting
I
killed?
might have
What do you
sneezed and
mean by that?
accidentally deoxysed.
That's fair, Kitsune. If there was a Lego game that I actually wanted, I probably would have done whatever it took to get it. The only games that I had for Lego was episode 2, I think, for the original Xbox. Even though I have a very, very faint memory of it, and I think my dad bought it for my brother and I before my little brother was born. And the complete saga for the Wii.
Good choices.
Mm-hmm.
Darkrai's earned a crash out. He's constantly being called a menace, but then every time he shows up, he actually tends to be chill. Yeah!
Darkrai is... he's gotten undue
Yeah.
fucking pain.
Darkrai's only problem is his presence inflicts nightmares. He is a cool-ass dude outside of that fact.
It's legitimately not his fault. He couldn't have done anything about it to begin with.
He is literally the personification of nightmares.
Bro is being blamed for shit he cannot control.
Who came
And
first,
honestly,
Arceus or
I
Mew?
think people
Arceus.
make
Arceus came from a giant space egg.
Which came first, the Arceus or the egg? Easy. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mew is like the ancestor of all normal-ass Pokemon. Spammy, that is called a trick question. Rhydon was the first Pokemon designed. Your question
Oh, are
was
we going
who
with
came
this
first?
first Pokemon shit? Because if we're doing all of that fun jazz, it's... What is it?
Bulbasaur is first in the
Bulbasaur.
Pokedex.
Rhydon was the first designed. Arceus is technically the first Pokemon to exist in-game. Or in the lore.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was that? What was the fourth one again?
Mew is regarded as the ancestor of all Pokemon.
Well, yeah, I know, but there was that whole thing where there's 4 correct answers, and I only know 3 of them.
No, Spammy, that's not how it works. Mew can't necessarily be the ancestor of Arceus, because Arceus is stated to come from a giant egg. True, Kitsune, but Victini also has a national Pokedex number that is not 0. Bulbasaur is the first in the national Pokedex and the Kanto Dex. What do you think, Frog Boy? Are these regular Pokemon? With regular
not
superpowers?
They are not fork.
They are not fork
Okay.
and therefore not powerful.
Well, wait. But what are they? They are not Forg. That is all that matters.
Some of the life forms you see residing now within Area Zero are ancient Pokémon that lived in a distant past, long lost to us, where no hero has been before.
I guess that could be like... Not an R. That's got a... No, it can't be. No, that is a... Well, that's a P, but
The
it's an R.
Zero Lab where
Dorg.
I'm located contains a
So-
time machine. It
Really
summons
quick.
the ancient Pokemon to this place.
Really quick.
Yeah.
If you look at the mat that they're standing on, and you roughly estimate its, like, shapes to Cyrillic letters, it spells out D-O-R-G, which is suspiciously close to Forg.
Yeah.
The game has been telling us all along.
Yeah. This is proof that everything is Forg.
Everything is Forg.
All
And
these
that's
Forgs
totally
make a
not-
circle.
Yep, that is totally not an A, 0, and then PG.
Mm-hmm.
For Area 0 Proving Grounds. No.
Area 0 7L.
Luigi 7.
Or maybe it's
L
like
is real? What?
Delta Omega Luigi Waluigi. That's Waluigi. That is clear as fuck Waluigi. Look at that. That is an
Waluigi.
upside down L.
You know why it's an upside down L?
Because he's like it's the
Good
to
night,
be
Sammy.
wow. It's because of the Japanese name.
Nope. Because of the Greek name. The Greek name for Waluigi starts with a G.
And how is
And
an
that
upside down
is-
L the opposite of G?
Upside down L is the Greek letter for G, which is
Oh.
gamma.
So is Luigi's name Gamma?
Waluigi.
So Gamma's the opposite of Beta? Luigi's a Beta boy?
Well, no. He doesn't have a beta in his name. But Waluigi's name... Oh, shit. I have to figure out how to pronounce this.
Night spammy.
Let's see. G-O... I think that's a V-A-L-O-V-I-T something. Probably an S-I. Govaluvici. Govaluvici. I'm gonna take this to Google Translate, and it will tell me. Go, Google Translate. Holy shit, I got it right, except for that. That's not an S, that's a Z. And these are U's, but I pronounce them as V's. But I'm not wrong if we go by Old English, where they spelled U's as V's, because that's how you pronounce that shit. So, Gualuizzi. And for everyone interested in what that looks like, and how you spell Waluigi in Greek,
I don't want to give you my soul, T-Rex. I have only like 2 of those. Waluigi in Greek. Oh my god.
yes, which is roughly phonetically translated to this. Goaluitsi.
So if this is Greek, then it even makes more sense for this to be a delta symbol.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Because I'm going off of Cyrillic, which is just the Slavics version of the... Well, no, Cyrillic is actually the Greek alphabet. I'm just stupid and keep forgetting things.
So
Is it? Might be. I'm fairly certain it is. Probably.
delta
Isn't it alphabet? Alphabet. That is the Greek alphabet, because that's where we get the fucking name from.
delta omega. Then what's this? What's this backwards 7 or sideways 7?
I was considering I'm using the Russian Cyrillic. Russian Cyrillic has a capital P, which to them is our version of R. So it would be D-O-R-G.
Yeah.
Dorg.
Dorg.
Yeah.
Daria 0.
Yeah. Like Mr. Zero.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Mr. O. Or Professor O.
Professor Oak?
No, that's not what
Has
I
he been
said.
here the whole time?
No, he has not. He has certainly not been asking people if they're a male or a female this whole time either.
Oh. I have to ask you guys. Has anyone seen this fucker?
Why are you looking at me, Magus?
Not you. I'm looking at a different fucker.
Okay, I was about to say, I don't fuck, so it's clearly not me.
Hang on. This fucker needs to be saved and beaten up.
Yeah, he's doing a thing. Oh, you got attacked by everyone's favorite moth,
Okay,
Volcarona.
this fucker. I'm gonna stick him on my forehead. Does anyone know about this fucker?
He looks like his name would be Professor Choke,
Close.
because he would fail everything that's fucking required of him.
They call him Grand Oak. In
Broke.
Japanese, it's Daiokido, which might also just mean Max Oak. Because Dai Thunder is the max electric move for Dynamax. So
Dai
this is
Thunder.
Dynamaxed Oak, is what
Thunder.
I'm saying.
Lightning and a thunder. So what I'm hearing is that this is his true form.
I genuinely think that this guy is not any known oak, and he's not a relative of oak. I think this is the oak from the Generation 1 games. Literally. Generation 1 oak. This is the first oak that can no longer be accessed without a 3DS. With the Virtual Console.
Chat. They stole oak from us. Never forget what they took from you.
His Team Flare Oak. No, I genuinely think that this is the oak from the Origin timeline. Which is to say the timeline of game accessibility from Generation 1 to Generation 2. Because then there's Generation 3, which you can put up, or Generation 3 to 5, all trade compatible in some way. You can transfer Pokemon from Gen 3 all the way to Gen 5. There's no way to do that from Gen 1 and 2. Those can only be jumped into 3DS titles using the Virtual Console. T-Rex, you are not allowed noms.
How many times we gotta tell you this lesson, old man? No noms. You haven't paid your noms tax yet, so you can't nommies no more. And we all know what the nom tax is and how much it costs. And in the method in the method of which you pay it. That's right, you have to be a test subject from Magus Agrippa's Labs, a limited liability corporation.
Is that
For
what
the
LLC
duration
stands for?
Limited liability corporation? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to assume that you don't know what the limited liability corporation part means as well. Would that be an accurate statement?
Of course I know what it means. Why would I not know what my own company is named?
So I'll just explain this to chat then.
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't happen to know for some reason, a limited liability corporation or a limited liability company, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is basically just a partnership. It is a partnership style operation of a larger business, being a company. But its legal and financial sides are operated as a company. So basically, it's just you don't have to incur double taxes. So the people who work under you don't have to pay taxes twice. They pay taxes one time. Being that they are taxed through their company, and the company pays the double tax. And the owners and investors are not at risk if something were to happen to the company. So let's say the company comes under fire.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. The assets of the investors and the owners are not put in harm's way. They're not used as collateral. They're not put up in the event that the company owes money and it can't pay its debtors. Stuff like that. So it's a company that acts like a partnership financially and legally in terms of in terms of the ease of use of it anyway. It is itself a legal and financial company, but everybody's just not as fucked over.
Yeah.
And the reason that not every company does this, however, is because there are some things that
Money
you
can't
lose.
buy. And for everything
no,
else.
There's some things that you lose out on by being a company that you get as a sole proprietorship or as a partnership. For example, as a proprietorship or as a sole proprietorship or a partnership, you have more control over what happens, and you're not at the whim of a board of directors. Which is why we have a board of directors as the Agrippa Labs Limited Liability Corporation. If anyone was ever wondering why we have a board of directors, that's why. Because we like to be realistically accurate with our lore, and was totally not just a one-off joke I made that I think Magus thought it was.
It's got nothing to do with... Why would we make a joke? We're a serious company.
Yes, we are.
Very serious.
And that's why everything has to go through the board of directors.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a fun bit of business side of things for you. So anyway, as I was saying, the board of directors can go fuck themselves.
Hey! My dad's on the board of directors. No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Now to face McSledge's ex-husband's dead wife. And yes, I am reading his name as McSledge now.
What about the memo you got to ignore all memos from the board of directors?
Shh, don't say that you have that.
I mean...
What the board of directors doesn't know can't hurt them.
Magus, what did you do?
I think the better question is, what didn't I do?
How many of those did you send out?
47,000.
There you go.
He's coming.
How many branches?
Frog boy. No. Frogman. Time to face my army. Froggy. Paradoxes. Attack.
Parafroxes. Attack.
Pair of frogs. Attack.
In attack mode. Fuck his ass. Probably not that one, though. Fuck him up.
And look done. Venusaur is a toad. But Poliwrath is a fucking tadpole. And Politoad is a frog, not a toad. Greninja is a ninja.
I feel like I'm missing something out this way. Probably a library. I should probably get one of those out here. I feel like they're not stimulated enough because the fucking cathedral's over here. I could put it. Could I put a cathedral out here? 1, 2, 3. Yeah,
the point that I'm trying to get across, Lucton, is a frog is a toad as a toad is a frog. For the sake of this.
Yeah, it's a 3x5. Shit, I don't have enough room for this goddamn cathedral. Oh, but I could do a great library. I have exactly enough room for one. Cool. If I get rid of this little... Yeah.
Come on, frog
I'll chop
boy.
that up.
Let's get
clear out
that
that
research station.
Can't take 3 from 2. 2 is less than 3. So you look at the 4 in the tens place. Now that's really 4 tens. So you make 3 tens. Regroup and you change the 10 to 10 ones and you add to the 2 12. And you take away 3. That's 9. Is that correct? Now instead of 4 in the tens place, you add 3. You add a 1. That is to say 10 to the 2. But you can't take 7 with 3. So you look around just place. When the 3, you then use 1. You make 10 ones and you know why 4 plus minus 1 plus 4 plus 10 is 14 minus 1 because addition is commutative, right? And so you have 13 tens and you take away 7 and that leaves 5.
What was that from?
Have you not heard of New Math by Tom Lehrer?
No.
What? Whoa, okay, hold up. I need to get this to you now.
I've been thinking ever since the professor mentioned that time machine. The Pokemon here in Area Zero came to our time from the past, right? T-Rex, did you know that people die when they're killed? So, what about Koraidon? Ain't it pretty likely it's also one of those ancient Pokemon? You know what? You're right.
The idea is...
I think you're onto something. It is kind of giving off ancient vibes. Even its name sounds so, like, pasty. Oh my god, Arvin, I totally forgot. You know about all this, right? Ugh, I hate your guts. Fine. Yeah, my mom brought him in. I believe it would be best for me to explain things. Koraidon, which I totally gave to Frogman. My son had nothing to do with that. Liar. Was the first Pokemon that was successfully retrieved from the past by my time machine. Thorough analysis of its genetic makeup, as well as its behavioral patterns, I came to realize that I had discovered an ancient form of Cyclizar, the common Pokemon ridden in this region. I mean, I guess it makes sense. They do look alike. Many other Pokemon also came to this place from across the boundaries of time, but I was never able to bring over more than 2 Koraidon. There's another one? They could be family! We gotta reunite the family! Family is important. Very important. Arvin silently calling Sada a bitch as she takes claim of his stuff. Sada at the end of the game, to us, the player character. You were the son that I've never had.
Magus, I really think you're gonna hate this song, but at the same time, I think you're gonna love it.
Okay.
Because I forgot about the second part, which works in a different base.
Brilliant.
By the way, if anyone hasn't, or if anybody doesn't know what I mean when I say in a different base with math, you did not take enough math to know.
I know nothing.
And I would
Snow.
encourage you to look up base 8 mathematics. Because if you want to mindfuck, base 8 will be the one.
Kinky.
Or base 12. Base 12 is really fun. Fun fact, by the way, you can do base 12 on your fingers. You can do base 10 on your fingers. You could do base 8 technically on your fingers. It's just a little difficult to remember not to include your thumbs. Put simply, if it wasn't obvious, there's a reason why I really love math.
Froth, you terrify me sometimes.
What do you mean, terrify? I'm you from this dimension. You've got your thing back in your dimension. I have my thing in this dimension. Don't be hating on me because you can't count in base 24.
You can't count at all.
Yeah, so don't be fucking hating on me. By the way, for everybody, just a little bit of history knowledge with mathematics. The reason we're so fixated on 12 for things and multiples of 12, like 5 increments of 12 is 60 for 60 minutes. We have 2 increments of 12 to make 24. We have 12 months technically, but that's mostly because Caesar wanted to fuck with shit.
Yeah, some
but
of
yeah,
this
we
stuff
had
is just objective. Like the distance between like 12 inches being a foot. Just some king was like, that's the fuck what it does.
Actually, there's a reason why we gravitate towards 5 and 12. The reason we count towards 5 is because we have that many fingers on our hands. Well, most of us do.
I was gonna say the reason we have to count to 5 is because of the holy hand grenade, but then I realized you have to count to 3 for that.
Yeah, you never count to 5. You don't count to 4. You don't count to 2. You count to 3, which is the third number to be counted.
I mean,
as we all know.
You can count to 2, but you have to immediately proceed to 3.
Well, yes, because if you don't proceed to 3, then you've already fucked up.
Yeah.
You don't care about 12. You hyperfixate on square numbers instead. This is well known. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying the reason why we like 5s and 12s, and then I stopped and said the reason why most people like 5s and 12s is because 1, you can count 5 on your hand, so that's what typically we just kind of associate it with. If you have 5, if you start counting with your fingers, you get 5. Count with both fingers, you get 10. Count with your toes as well, that's 20. You count how many appendages stem out from your body, that's another 5. You got 2 legs, 2 arms, and 1 head. Most of us, anyway.
Why do you count heads as an appendage?
Well, it stems from your torso.
That's fair.
Your head is not your torso.
And I guess heads can take limb damage.
Yeah. Legitimate, and you have 5 senses. Literally everything about the human body is 5.
Yeah.
So, and I mean for a lot of us, we have 5 sets of pairs.
So you're saying 5 is also the perfect, like, biological human number?
Pretty much.
So if we want to make other animals more human, we just have to insert 5s.
I mean, look how many points of rotation stem from your spine. From your spine to your shoulder, that's 1. From your shoulder to your elbow, that's 2. Your elbow to your wrist, that's 3. Elbow to your knuckles, that's 4. And then, well, I mean, if you don't want to count the spine, that's you got your 2-digit, what's it called, in your hands.
Yeah.
Most people count the shoulders different from the spine, but that's just a me thing. I count major joints which don't involve the little nubby bits between your like middle knuckle and the tip of your finger. That's just me. So there's 5 points of rotation from your shoulders. Same thing can be said about your legs. Literally everything about the human body, as I've just said, is 5.
Yeah.
So 5 is one of the greatest biologically human numbers in this universe, not including you, Magus, of course.
That's true. I haven't been to my universe for a while because portal incident. But
we're working on that though. You know we are.
It's true.
But yeah, so biologically, 5 is our favorite number.
But 3
but
is
also
a magic
biologically,
number.
also biologically
is our favorite number narratively.
3 is our favorite number mathematically
and culturally. Do you know how many times 3 comes up in literature?
Well, yeah. So 3 comes up for the sole reason that 3 can be found in everything. Mm-hmm. There is never a thing you can find that isn't 3. T-Rex, there's only a few points in time where 206 bones are in the human body. The human body can have as few as somewhere between 1 and 200 bones.
And sometimes
at max around 2 bones. Yeah, so the human body, as we get older, our bones morph together and become 1.
And slowly. Sometimes it's 207. Giggity.
Magus, we had a rib removed for that one, so it's just a reallocation of 1 rib.
That's true. I'm sorry. Hello, children. The fuck?
Oh yeah, base 12.
Sorry. 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 I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. Hello, children. Hello, children. Hello. 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 What the fuck? Stop that. You're creeping us all out. Hello, children. Children. Children.
But yeah, chat. If you look at the little sections on your pinky, ring, middle, and index fingers, you're going to be able to count that there are 3 of those sections on each of your fingers across 4 fingers. That's 12. So on the same hand that you can count 5, you can count 12 by putting your thumb on each individual section of each finger as 1. So that is how you can count in base 12, and it's primarily the same function as to why we count in base 10. And if you use both hands, you can count in base 24.
So you're saying
and that is where we get our 12 and 5.
We can only count to 4.
That's counting to 4 is where we get our base 8 from, in the same function that we get our base 10.
Kinky.
You've got 10 fingers that you can count, including your thumbs. You've got base 8. If you don't include your thumbs, then you use your thumbs to count directly without using another hand to point at them. You can count in base 12 if you use your thumbs to count across your fingers. So, welcome to our favorite numbers of 5, 8, and 12. Well, 3, 5, 8, and 12. And then 64 is our favorite number because 5 times 12. Like, legitimately, 5 times 12 is 60. That's why we have 60 minutes in an hour, 60 seconds in a minute. That's why they were chosen. Or at least that's what I'm going to say, and anyone who says differently is probably correct, but I'm going to say that and stick to it because it's the one that makes the most sense to me. And science is subjective because I can make science do what I want. I put Mentos in Coca-Cola once. I can make science do anything I want.
Science is powerful.
Yep.
Because
science is power.
Hello.
Well, that's why Magus is
Can
fucking
Can
the
you
guy.
hear me? Now, please forgive my previous transmission. There seems to have been some signal interference.
I'll be right back.
I'm not a bitch. That wasn't my mom. I want my mom. The locks have all been disabled at last. Please make your way now to Area Zero Lab, where I will kill those filthy monkeys. I counted to 69 once. Then everyone died. Area Zero theme does slap super hard. Welcome in, Nissa. Always happy to have you. I'm gonna take a moment to say that Nissa's like really cool. She's been drawing like every Mimikyu ever, and it's really cool to watch. Well, Nissa, I hope I can entertain you until you can pass out. 'Cause I know I'm that boring! No, I'm that relaxing. You have 818 Mimikyus? That's insane. Yes, Nissa, I know I'm not boring. I'm teasing you. And me. And left, and right, and sideways, and wrong. I am insane as well. Insanity runs in the family. You made a shiny Clodsire Mimikyu? That's super cool. Magus, why are you teasing yourself on stream? Phrasing. It's called self-depreciation. It's Fluttermane of the Wall. What is your wisdom? Oh, great Fluttermane of the Wall. Share with me your power. And we will say... I wish to fight you. I cannot fight you. You are in the wall.
We've returned.
You can't fight it in the wall. Oh, T-Rex is the one who asked her to make the Clodsire Mimikyu. Nice. This wall Fluttermane, I wish to fight it.
You know what I wish?
For fish?
How did you know?
Because it's the only wish. You wish for one fish, maybe two fish, or a red
But
fish,
I asked for...
or a blue fish, or a yellow fish if you want to start with Pikachu.
But I didn't want one of those. I wanted a
Why
fish,
did you rickroll us with Dr. Seuss?
I wanted a fish and
I'm
standing
surprised.
up high.
You got caught by that.
Do 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 do.
Damn it! We can't fight the wall, Fluttermane.
Do 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 do. Dr. Seuss says Horton is a hoodoo. I actually made a really baller joke in U.S. history today.
Alright, we can't fight that wall, Fluttermane. We can never gain its wisdom.
We were talking about the Great Depression, and the last thing that the teacher had showed us was the Hooverville. You know what they called shantytowns?
I thought the only way to gain its wisdom was to fight it. See,
no, I don't mean
you're already
US stuff.
self-depreciating. It's a VTuber's superpower.
I'm not a VTuber, but I got it. I've been doing it for years. I've been doing it before VTubing was a thing.
Hipster.
Shut the fuck up. How fucking dare you? But
I'm immune. I'm eating an angel food cake.
Lucky.
Exactly.
I wish an angel would eat my cake. I mean, what?
I didn't know you were
Caught
actually having your
guard,
apples
didn't I? See, chat, this is how you get Magus to choke on some food real quick. That was worth losing some reputation for.
Yeah, right. Reputation.
Ah, yeah, like I had any to begin with. Anyway.
You have done well to make it here. Before you is the Zero Lab. The fuck does that mean, Professor?
It means everyone who comes in here is decimated and made into zero atoms.
Ah. Yes. But wait, why does it look like the whole place is swallowed up by crystals? You want to make another joke about Magus joking, but you don't know if you should? I'll make the joke for you. I'm choking on your D.
Doesn't.
Your big, fat, capital D. Because it's big, it doesn't fit in my mouth. I'm choking on the D.
Magus, how many times I gotta tell you to stop taking the D sign from Hollywood and trying to eat it?
But it looks delicious!
Magus! They're gonna keep trying to sue us! Put it back!
They can't sue us.
Yes! They're gonna Dr. Sue us!
I don't
So
want
get
to
it
be
the fuck
Dr.
back!
Seuss.
They get the sign back to the fucking Hollywood mountain.
I don't want to be Dr. Seuss.
If you don't want them to Dr. Sue us, you're gonna get it the fuck back.
Dr. Sue.
I don't want to be Dr. Seuss. One fish, two fish, fuck bitch, you bitch.
Fuck bitch, you bitch.
And that wasn't towards you, Nissa. I don't want it. I don't want you to think that I was saying that about you. I was just saying it in general.
They're made from the crystals down here in Area Zero, aren't they?
Look, Nissa, shit
What?
becomes real when I start mixing my my whiskey and Coca-Cola. I didn't, of course. I'm not drinking, but I'm just saying shit gets weird when I do. Thank God I haven't. No, I'm just
The
sleep
last
drunk.
time Froth drank, that's how we got a Beethoven.
I didn't drink when I made Beethoven. He was made on purpose.
So you're saying any other children you have while drunk are an accident?
Yes.
I have found a bug that I can kill. It is not too high.
Oh, good. I was afraid that it was going to be on weed and wouldn't have died. But no, I will be drinking on Friday.
There are so many spiders in this goddamn room.
It's not something that can be negotiated. Come Friday, I will be drinking, and I'll be drinking to the loss of my boy.
Who?
Oliver.
What happened?
He dies on Friday.
Wait, really?
Like, yeah. He's reached the age cap for his race.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
What are you
so
gonna do after?
drink, cry, in that order. Probably cry and then drink and then cry again.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Froth is talking about an online text-based roleplay RPG known as Moranth.
Did I put the picture of Ollie in the art chat?
I don't know, maybe?
I did! I said my beloved sweet dear boy has grown up so far.
Nissa
And that is
21
the last
for the first
profile
time.
picture that I've got for him. It's gonna be so fucking sad when he dies at the age of 120. Here, I'll send it to you again in DMs so that you have a faster access to him.
Your head was the heaviest thing ever, but your body was floating. Yeah, that is kind of how alcohol works.
Yeah.
It's very uncomfortable.
I found out that I am not a fan of basically all types of alcohol very quickly. Not because it's like, oh, I got so drunk I started throwing up, or it made me feel funny. No, shit tastes awful.
Oh yeah, that's Oliver. I love that piece.
Yes. As do I. He's my son. He's my baby boy.
My Boma!
I have drawn him for almost 2 full years now.
And now the only thing you'll be able to draw is a tombstone.
What are you gonna do me like this? I'm already gonna start crying. I know 2 people who are actually gonna be crying for his death, myself excluded.
Wow. What are you gonna make a new character?
Yeah, but on a different account. Because I do not have it in me to rebirth Oliver. I need to be able to access him at any given moment in time just to be able to feel that I was that I was once him, but he's still alive in my heart.
And yeah, Nissa, I'm very harsh, but Froth knows that I do it out of love, affection, and wanting to tease him.
Yeah, I know Magus is just being a dick for the giggles.
Besides, I like to think it makes the, it takes a bit of the edge off.
Made for you, done for me. But, shits aside, it's gonna be a sad thing regardless.
A Pokemon from the Unova region? Go Lurk.
Like, for 2 fucking years, man, I've played as Oliver Ishiko. For 2 years, I have watched him go from 11 years old, having just lost his parents and having to travel lands he had not known before for a year on his own, to then grow up 109 years in Moranth through war, witches, demons, Demon Uprising V2, Witch Uprising V87, the Rise of the Atrelian Demons, the fall of the Atrelian demons, actual demons, witches, the rise of necromancy, the rise and subsequent immediate fall of one of the destruction gods.
At least he didn't
The
spend,
fall of
20
two
years
other
now
gods.
staring at a tree.
20 years, buddy. You've been staring at that tree for motherfucking 50 years.
50
Your character
years?
is considered a. Your character, if you log in right now, I am 100% positive, will say mature adult for your age.
Oh my god. He's stared away at all of his childhood and his adult years.
Yes, he is either in his 60s or 70s right now.
Nissa, what haven't you done in Unova? Like, where in the Pokedex, if you're going in order?
I can't believe Theodore has stayed in my fucking house this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, when I die, I'm not going to have ownership of that house.
I should probably leave that house.
You really should. I'll spell his name because nobody will be able to spell it right otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
That is how you spell his name. Oliver Ishiko with an F sound, even though it's spelled with a PH.
Oh, it's a grab bag. Okay. Have you done anything
Yes,
in the
Oliver
Jellicent or Litwick lines?
And the game is Chronicles of Maranth, otherwise known as Chronicles of Eternia 4. I will go ahead and get the Chronicles of Eternia page up for you so that you don't have to look for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're probably not going to find it.
I should log in and move my character.
Hey, Oliver. Oh, my boy, you missed it. And everything that involved me, like when I had void magic inside my body for a time and became completely incapable of speech.
Master, you're already dying? My son, you've spent 50 years staring at a tree.
The same fucking books in my house. What's crazy is the fact that Ollie now has grandkids who are his blood grandkids. I never thought he would have blood children, let alone grandkids. And I'm watching them and I'm just like, damn. One of my children prays to the angel that fought the angel who created the Constance, who created my goddess.
Wow.
So, shit. Of course, Ollie's grandson, or one of his 5 grandchildren, rather, 2 actually, thinking about it, 2 of them are born from the same race that were created, by the other angel, or were in service to the other angel. That whole purpose is to create war and fighting.
Hot.
Something like that. I think they were created by an evil deity. I don't know. There's a lot of lore I don't know. Anyway, case in point.
Maybe I should just let Theo disappear and just leave him by a tree somewhere. I think that's what he wants.
You mean just rebirth Theodore?
Well, I haven't had the time to do anything, so, like...
You have levels. I mean, you do technically have the ability to say, I'm gonna rebirth, just so you have like 50% of the levels that he has at the moment, or 50% of the experience that he has currently. I mean, if I got a rebirth and I use 75% rebirth on Ollie. Let's see, what level is he? He is 235, which translates to... Where's my XP chart?
It would be funny, because it means that he has achieved enlightenment and reincarnation by staring at a tree.
Sounds about right.
He should just become a Buddhist monk.
Well, there is a race of tree people called the Spriggans,
Mm-hmm.
which, funnily enough, Ollie helped to create. Okay, so if I rebirthed at level 235 for half of my XP, I would come back as a level probably 230.
Whoa.
Which just goes to show how fucking much XP is required
Yeah.
to become a level 235 if half of 235 leaves me at level 230. Yeah, 250,000 XP to get to 235, and yet it's 1/8 to get to 230.
That is crazy.
Mm-hmm. God, it's gonna suck having to start from 0 again. But I will never give up on Ollie. Nobody will be able to make me.
I just
Either
have to
one day
figure
he
out
would-
what to do with Theo. I can't
I mean,
play every day.
Yeah.
Therefore, no matter what's going on, I'm going to be missing time. So I'm going to be wasting years of his life. And all the staring at the tree he's doing is not gaining him any skill points or a deeper understanding of nature magic. I have stared at a tree for 500 years. I have learned nothing from this tree.
Yep.
The only thing I've learned is that staring at this tree is a waste of my time.
Yeah, all good, Kitsune. I'll see if I can't find screenshots that I can send your way.
I'm sorry your
That
browser
way you have a-
crashed, Nissa.
That crouched?
Crashed.
What's a crouched?
Croach.
What's a crouch? What's a
Croaf.
Ferrero Crocher?
Lara Croft.
Yo, hold up. Whoa. You can't be talking about that. You be talking like that, buddy. But here, Kitsune, I'll DM you a few things from Maranth, so you can get an idea as to what the game kinda looks like. So here is my profile. This is the graphics of the game.
The spell system is pretty darn cool.
Oh yeah, the spell system is humongagungus. There is so much. There's so many spells. And I'm the motherfucker who sat down to get all of them to put in my shield. And my staff. By the way,
you got
did I
every
tell you-
single spell?
No, I got every magic type in my staff and my shield. By the way, I don't know if you know, I got my staff approved.
Your
So
stupid, powerful staff of cool.
Yeah, you want to see the stats on it, even though you don't play the game and don't really have context for what it looks like.
I mean, I think I got to like level 5 crafting.
Tier 5 crafting, which is the lowest.
Oh, no,
I think
the other
you need
direction.
Tier 1. Yeah. So this is what it looks like untouched by any of the fun stuff. It's currently sitting at like 77 power.
Oh yeah, I remember
yeah.
this. You told me about it.
Yeah.
Blood spilled,
So this-
free of purpose and meaning. That is awesome.
Oh yeah. So it's a fragment, or 2 fragments of a god, 2 blood of the sibling of a god, or of a constant rather, which is higher than the pantheon
Who's
god.
Inkoven?
Inkoven is Ollie's adopted daughter.
And she donated her bow?
Yes, which was blessed by the constant of life, Alacritus.
I like the oddly indestructible stone.
Yeah. And then the rings are all the rings that Ollie made during his depression arc for his guild, the Twilight Brigade. Oh shit, the Twilight Brigade dies. Ah, that's gonna fucking suck.
Wait, really? The whole guild dies?
With Ollie, yeah, he's the last living member.
Damn. Nissa, arson is our favorite war crime too.
Man, he is the last living original member. And for that matter, the last member of the Twilight Brigade. And that is...
So sad.
It really is. I fucking hate being the last one alive. Survivor's Guild sucks dick, dude.
And you didn't even have the time to actually teach your student, because your student never fucking showed up.
Yeah. Which sucks because I actually went full, like straight up, full magic research to the point where I drafted up magic in relation to one another and figured out the like basic concepts and components of the magic to the point where I could say wholeheartedly and with full certainty how magic worked.
Damn, that would have been awesome to follow you with.
Yeah, it really woulda, huh? But now he's dead.
Well, okay, in my defense, I work 8 hours almost every day.
No, I know. That reminds me, I do have to give medic to 2 people. I should check and see if they're on.
Medic?
Yeah, I am one of the original medic mentors. Meaning that, sorry about that. Meaning that I am one of the people who was able to to unlock the medic tree for people without needing them to apply for it through the forums. So typically you'd have to apply to get the medic role, meaning you show that you have actual ability to write. I was one of the people who was granted the ability to just give that shit to people if I thought that they did well enough. So,
apparently Nissa wants to read your magic research manual.
Okay. It'll have to be when I go and snag a metric fuck ton of things, like screenshots.
And I'd like to see what you think too. It sounds like a lot of interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have the free time of... What's the opposite of a goldfish?
Bronze mammal?
I have the free time of a bronze mammal.
What does that work?
Because it do. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Shaka laka laka. Alright, we have 1 whole hour to attempt to beat the final boss. Human presence detected within the Zero Lab.
I don't know. I'm looking to buy things. There's no fucking purpose. I go in 2 days. What do I have to make? What is there to make that I can't or haven't already done?
Symbolizations of awesome. Dump all of your material into something cool to give to your kids.
My kids stopped playing the game or have been executed.
All of your kids are dead?
Basically, the last living one that still plays somewhat regularly is Basil, and Basil is very near death.
Damn.
And Basil's player is just kind of like, Basil has meant to be dead ages ago. They were from the very start of that character of Basil, they were meant to be dead. Like, they were a joke character to be played on the side, and somehow became the single-handedly most influential character in Morant.
That is amazing.
Yes.
That's how
As I quote, joke character, quote, locked the fuck in. Single-handedly changed a lot of things and just casually created a race. I don't need to pay anymore for this house. Which is so sad to think of.
I should probably log in and leave the house.
Yeah, I need to take a screenshot of Ollie in the house. I'm sure I have a screenshot somewhere of him way back when.
By the way, if the next owner of this house finds a Theo in there, just ignore him.
Oh, it would have to be something like that.
He'll waste away.
Sucks. Oh, I should go give Acne a hug.
Roar. No, get back in your board, you useless lizard. That one is far less tractable and far more aggressive than the one you've traveled with. Your Koraidon fled Area Zero because it lost to another one in a territorial struggle. Yes. I'm afraid that there's something for which I must apologize. I am not the true Professor Sada. Who the fuck are you? I am an artificial intelligence the Professor created, imbued with her memories and knowledge. In short, I'm an AI-powered robot. It does not make sense for me to be a cyborg, considering I am, in fact, from...
Your mother, I mean, oh...
I am a past obsessed lady. It makes no sense for me to be scientific. I should be a clone or something.
I spend all of my time on Pinterest.
No
no sensible robot would spend their time on Pinterest.
I always focus on my Pinterest. Would you like to be connected to my board?
Would you like to see my board?
Would you like to see my
like
Spotify playlist?
Would you like to see how much Reddit gold I've acquired?
She's just like, oh, I don't want you to come here to fix the time machine or do anything like that. I just wanted a friend. Alright, time to go fight legally distinct Brainiac. Now, we know that Frogman has the IQ of a frog, which means all of this time travel stuff is going completely over his head. Frogman, it is truly a great relief to me that you came. What is with Sada's
You did
obsession
what?
with telling us that we've came?
I think she used to be in a certain line of work way back when.
Yeah. An AI is an artificial intelligence created by a human being. Except I was not created by a human being, I was created by Sada. And she is not a good mother.
She was a fucker to say. A motherfucker.
It turns out that she did not like Turo all that much. May have married an MC, whatever the fuck those are.
Could that be main character?
No.
No, of course not. Clearly, it
You
must
think
be
I'll
Master
fuck you?
Dottie.
I am
Clearly,
a
it must
robot.
be-
The best I can do is provide masturbation.
As we all know, you don't stick your hand in the moving part.
Don't stick your hand in the moving. As you know, you must keep your hands inside the ride at all times.
Ew. Fucking grody.
Oh, I'm sorry I can't stay longer, Civ. I'm glad you could stop by, though.
It's alright, Steve. Have a good night, buddy.
Nissa, this is why I have 18 plus streams. Because I won't be able to stop myself from making terrible jokes.
The reason truly why it's 18 plus is every time I exist, it's a coin flip between the most unhinged shit in the world or the most boring.
Yeah.
So either I'm gonna make you die inside, which is Murber, and thus making it an 18 plus stream,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm gonna say some really fucked up shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that also makes it an 18 plus stream.
Okay, so...
No matter how you slice it, it ends up being an 18 stream.
So Sada's logic here is, if we destroy the time machine, then we'll be able to, I don't know, correct the timeline? I wasn't paying attention. I'm
Yeah, I don't
simply
know.
a frogman.
If you die in the game, you die in real life.
Did you know that people die when they're killed?
Did you know 100% of people die have breathed air, as well as 100% of people who have died also did not breathe air at some point?
Dihydrogen monoxide is dangerous.
It exists everywhere, and it is the leading cause of people who have it and not being dead.
Mm-hmm. Some say that like 70% of the human body is dihydrogen monoxide.
Bro, it's crazy to think dioxide. Is it dioxide?
Well, there's two things.
Yeah,
Dihydrogen
dioxide.
monoxide is very dangerous.
Well, yeah, I know.
But
There's
dioxide
dihydrogen
is
monoxide
also
and dioxide.
very dangerous.
Yes. Both of them, too much of it will kill you. You want to know what else too much of can kill you? Bananas. Therefore, dihydrogen monoxide and dioxide are like bananas.
And according to Eldritch math, that means if you have two
That-
bananas, you have enough water to solve crises.
Yes. Consequently meaning, bananas are how we solve world hunger.
You know what? If a world leader just used Eldritch math, they would solve world hunger. All this to say, Dottie for president. 50% of the
Alternatively-
world might burn, but
Oh.
it'll be a fun watch.
Yeah, but if we run, you know,
Shut
we
down
round that
command
down.
Overridden. Reinitializing. It is up to you now, Frogman.
if we round down from 50%, that's 0. So none of the world is on fire.
That's true.
100% of the world is not on fire.
Eldritch math works both ways.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which means if your opponent has 50% HP, they basically have no HP.
Yeah.
At
They're
last,
basically dead.
my dream is in my no, you're not getting away. I will kill you, frog boy. Suffer under the wrath of my bug.
I am a Dom, and you are a frog. We could never be lovers.
You are a frog, and I have a son who is your friend. Mom's acknowledging me. Who I have disowned. I don't know who you think you are, but I'm not about to let you get in the way of my goals.
What's her son's name again? Because I continuously forget.
Flarvin, I think.
Flarvin? Flarvin's mom has got it going on.
Flarvin's mom is gonna be a thong. If Dottie becomes president, not be surprised when the Navy SEALs get replaced by a group of duck commandos. Yeah.
Magus, you fail me so often. But that's how we learn. And what better way to learn than to fail? At Magus Agrippa Laboratories Limited Liability Corporation, even your failures can produce a success. That's why we offer this extended invitation for you to join our workforce as one of the few select people able to help us work directly on problems and situations we have no concept or information on. Every bit of information you'd be able to gather for us is a win in our books. So come by Magus Agrippa Labs and Limited Liability Corporation today and show your dad you were not a failure. Fuck, that hit harder than it should have. I shouldn't have said that. I did self-inflicted damage.
You took psychic damage. And it's harder than it should have. And so did your dad!
Yes, he did. That's why I kind of am afraid of belts.
Damn it! Okay, that whole strategy relies on hypnosis hitting the first time.
It's also why I have a fear of failure to the point where I will not do something actively if I think it has even a chance of failing. Because goddamn, that's what happens when I fail.
Alright, so that strategy didn't
That's
work.
why I work for Agrippa Labs, because there's no chance for me to fail. Every failure is a success!
Wait, you fear failure?
How do I feel?
How can you be afraid of yourself?
See, I'm not a failure, I'm a mistake. And that's not a failure. That's task failed successfully. Half of that is success. And if we round up, that means it was a successful mistake. Which is the only way I can believe that I was created on purpose. Smiley face.
How dare that thing hurt my ribbit? Okay.
Man, I just realized I never got to use this what is it? The Goal's Eye of Spellbinding? No, yes I did actually, didn't I? Why is that here? Oh, that's right. I forgot. You know what? I've held on to this Spellstone for so fucking long. It's time.
Ow, don't do that to Four Legs.
My staff is beautiful. 77 power, plus 5 mana, plus 4 power across the board of all magic types with a Hellstorm Bolt Gem. Grandmaster Paladin Critical Unique. I've literally just created a weapon meant to be the definition of my goddess's power. It's gonna fucking suck to give this up.
Is anyone else gonna be able to use that staff?
Someone will. Wait! These motherfuckers misspelled my name. I need to fucking... I'm ticketing. They misspelled my name.
Wait, did someone misspell your name on your fucking staff?
On my forged... Yeah, it says forged by Olivier. It's not Olivier, it's Oliver! That's forged by... It says Olivier. Oliver.
Oh my god, this is like...
I gotta
Why
make sure
isn't
I didn't.
Sato switching?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I have 2 days left. Alive.
Dead Slitherwing.
I don't want some fear to take credit. Please.
Beautiful. Ow! Damn it, Forg! Forg! Forg toughed it out so we wouldn't feel sad. And fucking flinched! We have gotten like every inch of bad luck.
But what about every foot?
So far, the only way these things have died is with Perish Song. The Frillishes are adorable. I love the drawn-on eyes. Another Mon, oh, I want to see. Oh, okay, Cruel, a critical hit, Rude. I want to see Gothitelle, something from that line. Lives in a pineapple under the tree. Some dude named Steve. Yay, Dead screamed. Why does this strategy work so well? This strategy should not be working. Because Sada herself is not a switch.
Also, Magus, I grabbed the block of it so you can see what the staff stuff looks like.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
just so
damn.
powerful. The aura on it is so fucking powerful.
Oh, yeah. That is cool as shit.
I'm gonna go fight a training dummy and see how much damage I do in 2 seconds. Oh.
Alright, so this is definitely a loss. But maybe we can go out with style. You swanna go home, huh?
The response I got for my ticket, I truly misspelled it on purpose, you fool.
Amazing. Toad toughed it out so he wouldn't feel bad. Explosion. Alright, yeah, that wasn't gonna work.
It has been fixed.
That was weird. The internet just randomly hiccuped. Okay. We're gonna need to do that. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have?
What is time to go all out and see how much damage I do at max. Bring out Call Forth.
Come forth, Blue Eyes
No,
White
Call
Dragon.
Forth. And then... Okay, good, that's up. And then my Lesser Convocation, which I will do over my Healing Factor. My Shadow Cannon right there. I'll summon Nature's Command, why not? Add on to the pile.
Blue Eyes White Dragon D's nuts.
Yes, meta mis huevos into poca kind of shit. I get you. Alright, let's see. What would be the adequate? Oh, wait. I forgot the motherfucker. Yes, and then I do Call Forth after I've summoned my vines, because that's the order this game decides that I should have to do it. There we go. Standing here, I realize they're all ready to go. Set this motherfucker's HP to 1 million. And then let's kick this shit off right.
Cool.
Standing here, I realize.
You know what? We're
Damn,
gonna do
DPS
this.
hit 4,000 for half a second. Oh, that was so fucking sick.
We're gonna actually use Volt Switch.
I cleared 100,000, almost 100. I cleared 90,000 health in just a few seconds with everything connecting at the times that they should have been. It was beautiful.
Beautiful. I love it.
At some point, if I were a battle magi, maybe it could have been something beyond.
You're
Maybe
gonna
even
go
beyond the One Piece.
Plus Smultra.
I just gotta believe.
Believe in the me that believes in the heart of your chords.
Damn, 6,000 TPS for a solid 2 seconds with lingering 4,000.
All right.
God, that was so powerful.
Access denied. Shut down command overridden. Reinitializing.
Are you a Dalek?
I am a Dalek. Can you not skip this cutscene? Nissa, honey, you can't skip any cutscenes in this game. You can skip movies, but you know what counts as movies? About 5 scenes.
Yeah, so this game is basically 50% movie. Unskippable ads from YouTube.
No, okay,
This
so
shit.
from what I have confirmed, you can skip the scene where the starters are revealed at Nemona's house. You can skip a few interactions in the Inlet Grotto. You can skip Mabostiff getting healed. You can skip Penny seeing her friends. And I think that's it. I'm not sure how many of the cutscenes in Area Zero you can skip. But the problem is, as soon as I hit the select skip button, I would lose the entire final cutscene. So,
You know what?
and there's
We're
no
gonna-
way to turn it back on after this fight. Because there's no individually
Please
skipping cutscenes.
Gambling.
It's just, would you like to skip all movies? Okay.
Okay, good. Now I gotta lose one more. Chink, chink, chink. Yay! I lost twice in a row. Thank God. I was afraid I was gonna start winning big.
Nissa, it's Pokemon. I'm almost positive they stored like 17 different models of Lily in Sun and Moon, as opposed to just having one Lily per map. Or not even that. One Lily that was called into each map. Yeah, I'm pretty sure in Sun and Moon, every character model present was present in the map. No, Game Freak has never been good at optimizing.
Mm-mm.
Alright. Game Freak, more like game with freaky code. It's true.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow. You know what? I'm really close to that. I could probably just make that. Because what the fuck else am I gonna make?
Alright, we've almost eaten this thing's entire accuracy bar. Alright, it is paralyzed. It has -5 accuracy. And just for shits and giggles, let's use my slack off. Or die. Dying works too. Good news is, since we've encountered this beast before, we know that Drain Punch isn't very effective. You want Pokemon with war? I'd love there to be like a Dynasty Warriors style Pokemon game. I think that'd be pretty crazy. I would love to just ride on the back of a Blastoise and kill 5 million people. Oh boy, we're gonna be here forever. Pokemon Geneva Convention and Pokemon War Crimes. I would play Pokemon War Crimes. It's my favorite war crime. What are we sitting at? 2 more boosts, and then we win. Pokemon Geneva Suggestion, Pokemon War Crime. Geneva Convention and Geneva Suggestions. I approve of that. Alright. I should have put him on Amnesia over Hypnosis. I don't know if he gets it, but would have been worth a try. Scream Tail. Scream Tail can't really hurt us. Yeah. Do you imagine you can best the wealth of data at my disposal with your human brain? Damn, that's an attack drop. Holy shit. That's a surprising drop. Alright, now Fluttermane might just kill us with a Thunderbolt. But Trefferg survives, because Trefferg is awesome. I think Sandy Shocks is actually really fast. Yeah. Trefferg is down. Go, Toad. Gonna use Discharge. Turns out you draw a lot faster when you don't have a chat to entertain. That's fair. Alright, Forg. Fine. I want my health back. Give. Yummy, yummy. Now, this is interesting. Child, do you actually understand ancient Pokemon weakness? Alright, Brute Bonnet is last. Nah, we won't switch. Let's see. Earth Power, Giga Drain, Payback, Sucker Punch. Maybe we can trick this thing into using Sucker Punch a bunch? Yes, we can! You fool! That's 2 Sucker Punches. Not a Sucker Punch. Holy shit! That payback hit way harder than it should have. The fuck? This is not a land war in Asia, so I don't know what you're saying. Forg legs, murder stab. Okay. Paunch. Roaring Moon. Yes. Alright, we're gonna see if we can't mess with Sada in the most proper, stupid way we can. Everything is proceeding within my expectations. I'm afraid the probability of you winning is 0.
I'm afraid your probability of being a bitch is 100. Oh!
See, because you're a robot, you don't understand the proper human ability to insult somebody. My ninja brings all the guys to the yard. Croak, you did a phenomenal job. Okay. Let's go for stupid. Now, as long as we survive, he will die. Excellent, Toad. I mean, I don't know if this... It works!
What did you do?
I put it to sleep.
Amazing.
So
The
now
roaring
it's
moon
gonna
hit
die
silent moon.
in 2 turns.
You know, if you think about it, you made Roaring Moon Good Night Moon.
We made Goodnight Moon!
Imagine being got by a fucking frog with 1 HP.
I could just kill it. I could just kill it straight out with Earth Power.
Do it.
You underestimated my Toad. Now she
Literally
made you die
said-
twice.
She literally said your chances of winning are 0, and Toad said fucking bet 1% hell.
She's like, impossible! I should have killed your Toad! And Toad's like, fuck you. You beat up my husband! Because Trefferg is Toad's husband. We need to save your Goodnight Moon comment as a clip. Frogman. What is this? Did you already beat all the baddies without me? Alright, out with it, you. Who are you, really? Thank you for everything. That can't be you. My mom has never thanked me for anything. The time machine has finally been stopped. Look how big you've grown. So proud.
So the internet at my place went down.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, to answer my question, because I didn't get to ask it fully before my internet shit itself, was that a one frog victory? Like, did we lose any of them?
Oh, everyone fainted. Except for Toad and DJ Forklegs.
Okay, so we still had more than one Forg left alive.
True. I mean,
Okay.
DJ Forklegs
So yeah, it was a one
at-
Forg victory.
She was at half health and Toad was at 1 health. So we really only had, like, 60% of a frog.
Well, if we round up 60%, that's one whole frog.
Yeah.
So it was a one frog victory.
Mm-hmm.
We beat her completely with only one frog. And we don't need to go into the specifics. We could just say that and be technically correct.
Yeah. And if we look at it,
Yeah.
we kind of just randomly killed a good chunk of her team in both fights with Parasol.
With one frog. Yeah,
Why-
with one frog and like one move.
Why is Toad just suddenly the strongest being on the planet?
Well, Forg. Enough said.
Alright, I've got to change your audio setting.
Oh, am I like really loud now?
You were exceptionally loud.
Ah. Yeah, that's what happens when I go to my phone.
I'm gonna make you even a little bit quieter.
Yeah, you probably should. I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, he's at 79%.
Which, if we round up, is basically 100.
It
Yeah, by the way, chat,
cannot
welcome. This is how I
be.
usually sound. Yeah.
An
But
obstacle
my
is preventing
microphone
the
for my
time
headphones.
machine from performing as intended.
Yeah.
Activating Paradise Protection Protocol to remove the offending obstacle. Was
The only
time
obstacle that's
machine.
offending me is this bitch.
Locking all Pokeballs except those registered to Sada's ID. Program initializing. Gathering to Rostal energy. I'm sorry, children. This is too much for you. Die! I mean run! I mean die!
Dairun.
You are the only son I've ever had, Frogman.
Mom? The only child. It all started in the science lab in high school where we were told to dissect for...
Die! Sorry,
Twist
die! Sorry. It reminds me of the boss fights against Jafar in, I believe, Kingdom Hearts 1. Because he makes Genie work for him. And if Genie slaps
Yeah, he's like,
you,
"Sorry,
he's like, I'm sorry, El! Or, I'm sorry, Sora! And he just summons health orbs. He, like, slaps the health orbs out of you. It's really funny.
Yeah. Awesome.
Is
I love how it's
Koraidon a
technically
frog?
doing damage, but he's not making it impossible for you to regain your health.
You can't battle without a Pokemon on the field. What if I just hit the battle button repeatedly?
Cat, my gun identifies as a Pokemon, therefore I can have a Pokemon battle.
That's totally cheating. And you call yourself an adult? That's... You can't battle without a Pokemon on the field. Okay, look. Frogman
Yes, I can.
is not
Watch this.
intelligent
Drop
enough to
kick.
figure this out. Frogman
I
has
can
an
battle without a
intelligence of
Pokemon.
2.
Check it.
His special is
Picks
not
up a
special.
little top, drops them, kicks them.
Come on, game. I'm too stupid. Let me win.
Yeah. By the way, chat, I have no idea what y'all are saying because I'm in Discord on my phone only and I can't read Discord chat or YouTube chat. So, yeah, you get the full unbridled experience of
So-
fourth.
Now it's telling us to go to Koraidon, but what if we don't?
Yeah, Crayon's cool, but what if? Hear me out. No. Rain
Fine.
explosion.
We'll have Koraidon. Koraidon's a frog, right?
I mean, if you look at it, it's got a tail. And you know what other Pokemon has a tail that's also a frog? Tadpoles.
Yeah.
So, Koraidon is just a tadpole.
Mm-hmm.
A ripole.
Baby frog, baby frog.
Frog, 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 baby frog, 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 baby frog. Yeah, it's just a frog
And
that's
now it's
developing
transforming.
currently because it has legs. Yeah, it has legs, so technically it's going from tadpole to baby frog. If you think about it, taps forehead.
It's also a fighting type. It's basically just a Poliwrath.
Yeah, it's a baby Poliwrath.
Literally, Nissa, I made the same comment about a magical girl transformation during the fairy challenge. Because our
think we
Koraidon
always figure out a way
transformed into
to-
her magical girl form.
I think we always look for a way to make Koraidon fit, just so that we could say we completed the challenge completely as intended.
Correct. Like, even if
Because
we
Koraidon is
aren't legally able to do so, the final hit will always be, like, the power of dragon friendship or something.
Yeah, it's forced, which sucks.
Technically, no matter what you do, it will always forcibly make you use Terra Blast Dragon to end the fight.
Yeah.
And you'll just always win because Koraidon can't die.
It is physically impossible.
Yeah, Kitsune, we weren't gonna end up with cats and frogs just based on the timing.
Yep. And this is the last of the Ford.
Most regular stream challenges that have 6 fully evolved Pokemon are gonna take about 8 series. Just based on the general pacing of the game. This looks bad.
And whether or
Hang in
not
there,
Magus
frog
gets
boy.
caught up looking for shinies.
Yeah.
And I mean the ones on the floor, not the Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Right
Yawn.
on top of that so you wouldn't feel sad. See, Koraidon's just using Toad's ability. Toad has battle continuation, so you can't kill her because she's just that cool. She always has to get the last laugh.
You wanna know what I realized just now?
This doesn't look good. Hey, Frogman,
I just
your
realized.
Terra Orb's glowing. Frogman, Koraidon, terrestrialize and finish it off.
You know, if you think about it, what is a Koraidon but a Frogdon?
Yeah,
As in Dawn Frog.
it's just past Dawn.
Yeah.
Well, technically, Frog
Dawn
Boy became
Frog, we
Frogman
sincerely
when he beat the Elite
apologize.
Four in the Champion. Because that was his hero exam.
Oh.
He became Frogman officially. Let's use Endure!
I thought he was a frogman when he had tadpoles of his own, but apparently not.
It's not very effective.
He just became a frog father, I guess,
Show
not a
me what you
frog
pushed
man.
around. Time to terrestrialize and get in some super effective hits. Koraidon's attack rose. We just get another attack boost. Let's see how many boosts we can get.
I'll super effect your hit, kablam. And that's how the sledgehammer that uses 22s to make the force super powerful existed.
Go for it, Frog Boy. I'm sorry. Go for it, Frog Boy. Time to terrestrialize. Is it just gonna keep maxing our attack stat? Yeah, they literally maxed out our attack stat for this. No, this can't be. My plan, my army, my husband. This battle. Why must I keep losing everything? Because, Sledge, you lack conviction. Koraidon, use Frog Blast! He terrestrialized into a frog type! But that's impossible!
And then
Frog
you
type doesn't
go out,
exist!
and
But it does now.
then you still got Marvin over there like, "But you still have me, Mom," and she's like, "I've lost everything of value.
Yeah, they did just force Terra
Everything
you.
important."
Wait, if Kamehameha is Turtle Destruction Wave, what is turtle, or what is frog in Japanese? What's the first part of frog?
I don't know, but all I know is ghetto.
Kerohameha would be frog destruction wave then.
All right, there you go. Ghetto. Or would it be, because it's Kamehameha, so would it be Ghetto, Hero, Ho?
Gero. Because gero is like tongue
Gero.
licking. Gero.
Yeah, so Ghetto, Ghetto.
Ha. Frog tongue cannon.
Ghetto.
Imaginary move.
Froggy bean.
Garohameha. No!
Gero.
Bye, MC Dad. Kamehameha! How? Fuck, how did you do that? That doesn't make any sense! You defied logic! You defied everything! You broke every single motherfucking rule! How? How? Frogs. Shit. You're right. Even on the brink of despair, you frogs did not give in and instead proved your worthiness. No matter how difficult your own past may have been, I believe you'll be capable of walking whatever paths you choose for yourselves now, with pride. Thank you, Frogman, and specifically you and no one else in here.
Magus, hear me out for a second.
Yeah?
The parents of Schmervin over there, the ones that are so in-depth with their time machine, what if they're the ones that get sent back in Legends Arceus, and you play as them?
They
Sent
look
to the
nothing
past.
like the player character. in
Yes,
Arceus.
I know. Arceus, because Arceus talks to you at the beginning of it. What if he adjusted you to fit the form so that
Fading from existence. I'm sorry, son. I really did love you and your dad. No! Damn it, Sledge. Why? Victory. I needed victory.
I think
At
the
what
internet
cost?
went back and it took me off of my phone.
Yeah, froth is covered in crack.
Okay, but like I was saying,
immortality.
like I
is
was
what
saying,
he's talking
Arceus
about.
changed their form so that they could more better blend in with their surroundings because their fucking time machine stranded them in the past.
But then that wouldn't make any sense because Turo's time machine's taking him to the future.
Okay, I didn't say it was a full fucking proof plan.
There's also the fact that it's technically more lore accurate to say that the time machine doesn't take you backwards or forwards in time. It takes you to another timeline. Like this timeline did not have Koraidon in the past. But there's another timeline out there where Pokemon developed differently and Koraidon existed in this primal world. Think like Horizon Zero Dawn.
I've never fucking played that game.
Okay, but there's like
I'm not a
Cybertech robot.
PlayStation player, Mac.
But the point that I'm trying to get at, it's more alternate timeline than this is the past and future of the Pokemon world. Because you literally create a bootstrap paradox by giving the Scarlet book to these guys in a different timeline. The Sledge lost. What now, sis? We carry on his work, Kiki. Obviously. We shall avenge Sledge. Does that make us the Avengers, sister? No, you idiot.
No, it makes us the Slavengers because we're avenging Sledge. Sledventures. The Sledventures of you and me, whatever our names are, because I don't fucking know.
I have all of the memories of the original Professor Sada, and I must say that she definitely loved you, Frogman.
Even though she had no knowledge of your existence prior, she can 100% say for certain
That Frogman
you were her
was
favorite.
the son she never had.
You were the husband she wished she could have had.
Farewell, my free adventurers. I bid you adieu. I don't like this speech for her. I feel like Turo, it makes more sense for him to speak like that. Turo feels like that kind of over-the-top douche. I feel like
Douche,
Sada
ew.
just would be like, bye.
Yeah.
Sada is not a douche. Canonically, not a douche. I know, Kiki. That's our plan. Our revenge. Then the loyal three shall defeat this villain. But the ogre. Kiki, the ogre is the bad guy. Goth girls are done. Oh, that's adorable.
What's going on?
I love how Mimikyu just adapts these costumes. Nissa, I do have to ask. It's very important to know. Is Mimikyu piloting a mech for the Golurk and Golett forms?
I think the answer would just be no, no? Like, isn't it just a puppet strapped to their head?
Technically, it's a costume that the Mimikyu is wearing.
That's what I'm saying. Is it not just like... Just take normal Mimikyu.
That works too.
Is
I
it
like
not
it. It's very cute.
Is
I
it
like
not
how
just
angry
a cute-
Golurk Mimikyu is. But my point is, because the Mimikyu is trying to be like as accurate as it can, I just kind of like the idea of like a hollow chest cavity that the Mimikyu sits inside of. And it like rides around like a Voltron. Thank you for clipping the Goodnight Moon, Nissa.
I think multiple Mimikyu could do that. Like 3 Mimikyu in a trench coat.
3. Why am I singing in a 3-part harmony? It's because I'm actually 3 Mimikyu in a trench coat.
3 Mimikyu in a trench coat. One's on the bottom, strong is he. 2's in the middle, crafting free. 3's pretending not to be 3 Mimikyu in a trench coat.
What was it? 1's on the bottom, fiddling free.
2's in the middle, keeping the beat.
It depends on which verse we're on.
Yeah, no, I was doing the last one.
1's on the bottom. What is it? 1's on the bottom, fiddling
strong as
free.
he.
2's in the
The
middle,
regular
keeping the
one.
beat. And I'm pretending not to be 3 kobolds in a trench coat. And then for the rest of it, it's like 1's on the bottom, strong is he. 2's in the middle, carrying 3. 3's pretending not to be 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
I like that it also implies that their names are 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
It's like in Sun and Moon, you meet a reoccurring pair of grunts that are named Grunt A and Grunt B. They literally accept
yes.
that their names are Grunt A and Grunt B.
You, what is your name? Grunt. What's your last name? Alpha. What do you mean, alpha? You mean like the word? No, the letter.
Is there
Okay,
a
you
Grunt
fucking
Z?
silly.
No, of course not.
Mr.
Stupid.
Beta. Mr. Beta? Who in this class is the is the Mr. Beta? It's pronounced B.
Master B.
Motherfucker.
It's even worse in Paldea because fucking Clavel refers to every boy as Master.
Oh no.
Ah, yes, young Master Beta.
I see you've met my plug. I mean, your new neighbor, Nimona.
Sis, what are we gonna do tonight? The same thing we try to do every night, Kiki. Try to take over the world.
Try to take over the tri-state area.
Does that mean Kieran is Norm? Hi, I'm Norm.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Kieran.
Sock, of course, will be a sock puppet, of course. You have to make Throw
This
a
world
sock puppet
is-
as well. Sock and Throw need to be sock puppets.
They need to be like the equivalent of a Mimikyu, Plusle, and Minun.
Wait, stupider idea. What if Sock looks like a sock puppet and Throw looks like an Afghan? Like a
Looks like a
throw
what?
blanket? Throw is a throw
Alternative
pillow.
idea.
He's just wearing a pillow.
Alternative idea. You just get 2 socks. One of them is red, one of them is blue. Have Mimikyu holding both of them. It's Rock'em Sock'em Rope.
Kiki and Car. Yes, Kiki and Car. One is a genius, the other's unknown. Carmine's full of ice. Kiki needs to be hugged twice. They're Dinky, they're Kiki, and Carmine, mine.
They're
mine,
Kinky
mine,
and
mine.
Carmine. I like that one.
They're kinky and
One is the Dom, the other is
one
They're
is a dom, the
they're
other
kinky.
likes butts.
Oh. Wait, which one am I? Take this quiz.
Take this quirky quiz. Find out how many of the Harry Potter characters are fucking each other.
Welcome to the internet. Hold on to your socks, because Scarlet has just sent you pictures of his cock.
Obama sent
That's
the immigrants to
pretty off-putting.
vaccinate your kids.
To vaccinate your kids.
Man,
You gotta remember that he says it at the low.
that's true. How
A little
bad
bit
would
of
be like
everything,
a
all
Pokemon
of the
iceberg
time.
version of that?
Oh my god, it would be fucking.
Welcome to the Pokemon fandom, bam bam bam.
Welcome to the Pokeverse. Here's a little tip. If you want to talk about number 1, don't ask all your kids. They'll say the different ones are 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them are wrong. You know you hate it. You are. Welcome to the Pokeverse. Everyone's
Welcome to
a
the
dick.
Magusverse. Try to take a seat. I don't think you will because all of the seats are on fire.
It just doesn't rhyme. You're just saying stuff to the tune.
We are gonna kill them all because it is fun. I don't know what to say here that will rhyme with fun. Because remember,
That will rhyme with Pat.
the most powerful poem in all of time. I shall recite it now.
Oh no. Chat, no.
Oh,
This will end
you
everything.
beautiful babes from England, for whom we have traveled through time. Will you come to the prom with us in San Dimas? We'll have a most excellent time.
Chat, it's the end of the world. He spoke the legendary incarnation that created
did.
existence.
I incantated the spell. Welcome
The sound
to
of the universe
Pokemon, pick a
collapsing.
starter now. Grass, fire, water battle, let me show you how. I like it.
Are you a boy or are you a girl?
Professor Oak doesn't know. Nor does he
No, I was
remember
gonna-
his own grandson's name.
Are you a boy or are you a girl? Anything else and he will probably hurl. Welcome to the Pokeverse. Everything's unlocked.
You cannot go hunt the shiny because it is locked.
Oh no, we could have used stocked or dock like the fucking one city in Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald that you're required to go
Yeah.
to be able to access the islands before you have surf.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I pulled the recording software out because I didn't want to stare at and listen to the uh, copyrighted music. We'll get it back once the thing is done.
Oh, did you stop recording the stream?
Oh no, it's still recording. I just took the switch out of the dock.
Oh. See, you could have rhymed that with a song.
Yeah. We're sending
Everything is
pictures of
unlocked.
my dock.
No, everything's unlocked. Because of copyright, we have to remove from the dock.
Welcome to your mother's face. It is really dumb. I am gonna punch your mother with my fucking thumb. Blurky, 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 blurkity, blurky, 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 blurkity, blurky, porky, porky, porkity, porky, porky, pork. Welcome to Pokemon, pick a starter now. Grass, fire, or water type, let me show you how to battle and catch them, become the best. Learn the type advantages or just fucking guess. I don't remember the tune for that one. I do like remember the type advantages or just fucking guess.
Oh, I
It's
thought
very
you were
funny.
making that shit up on the spot. I was like, damn, Magus spitting bars.
No, I'm incapable of that. I'd have to write it down first. I would never make
Same.
it on play it by ear. I cannot
A lot of the
improvise song
time,
lyrics.
I make my best stuff and I don't know what I'm doing and I'm making it from scratch so nobody will ever be able to hear it again.
Mm.
Like, and it's always in the times where nobody's expecting me to be funny. So all of the time, but these times most especially. So yeah. By the way, since I'm on my phone, technically, oh shit, wait, I should swap to the internet because I turned that shit off and I'm using data. Fuck. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. Thank God. I'm not wasting my data on the first fucking day of the month.
Yeah. Alright, I think we're back. Or we can get back, rather. Because it's just the end credit. Nope.
Sweet.
It's still Celestial. Fucking hell.
But like I was saying, since I realized that I'm on my phone, I can show everyone outside my window. And ignore me shoving my phone into wood so that I could see if something could fit while I'm talking. The answer, by the way, is no.
God for fucking cockweasel.
Gods for fucking cockweasels? What the shit?
How
I did
many
not know
cockweasels
this.
do you have? I have like 12.
None.
They're not weasels who live in cocks, or cocks that are weasels. It's just a type of weasel.
Yeah, I have none.
Cocker spaniels
I
aren't
have
cocks,
zero.
you know.
I have zero of those as well.
Ah, blah,
There is
blah,
only
blah.
one dick here, and that's Richard. and I don't know what floor he lives on.
Two.
But I do know he's a cool guy. He's from SoCal.
I summon the power of one Richard.
I summon Richard in attack mode.
I play my
Oh
Richard.
no.
And thanks to my
No.
Richard, I can equip 2 dicks to him. I'm Dick
I
1.
play my trap card. A reptile dysfunction. Because of your crippling love for lizards and all things reptilian, you have become flaccid because your mind is taken away from anything other than lizards.
Welcome
Haha.
to Pokemon. Go on to Route 1. Fight a couple bugs, mammals, or birds, and then you're done. Grinding your starter to be OP. Now go in the grass or headbutt a tree. Calling all students to the director's office. I don't care about selecting Koraidon. I'm gonna select your ass.
Ew.
There's Frogless, who ensured that Nimona was a pain in the butt. Okay.
I think it's coming for me.
Everyone important is in the box.
But you're not in the box, Magus.
I'm not important.
Damn, that's surreal.
Okay. We will end on this picture.
What picture is it?
The ending slide.
Ah.
Alright. I want to thank everyone for this froggy journey. To Kitsune for the one who suggested it. It was you, right?
I think it was Kitsune.
Yeah, I think so. Yep. Which means we might have to pull out another challenge? I don't know. We have the spinning challenge, which technically replaces the Meowth challenge. We could give it a go. Something to think about. Here is the thingy. Let's see what we get. Welcome to Pokemon, time to fight the gym. Would you like to make a strategy or try and sink and swim? Use attacks, use statuses or lower their stats, or somehow you'll beat them with just a team of 6 rats. Alright, technically we roll the Grippalabs only, which means it would be a small team run focused around one Pokemon for each member of a Grippalabs. Maybe we can do something with that. I'll put that on the back burner. And we'll keep cats on our radar. Cats will be the next animal that we do, probably. I will make a reference to this here in, I guess, the suggestion box? Sure. Only do cats after we've finished meow to a substantial degree. Okay. Oh yeah, my keyboard's really fucking loud. That's the point. The Meowth is still active, and cats only is meant to be all cats. We'd have to have a vote on which evolutions count as cats, but that is something to worry about in the future. We are going to end it here. Tortilla pizza like a cigar. Nice. Nice. We're going to end it here for the night. I would like to thank y'all for being here. Now, Froth, did a frog just jump into your face? I think his internet died again. Anyway, all jokes and bits aside, thank you all for being here. Be excellent to each other. And frog on, dudes. Don't die. I say that all the time when someone's leaving. I'm like, don't die. Like, I'm going on break. Alright, don't die. Good night, y'all.